These three aspects of narcissistic abuse are rarely talked about and even less often understood or even identified as such. And it is identity theft, projection, and trophies. Let's look at how they go together. The narcissist needs you, needs their victims in order to form a sense of self, a sense of identity. Because they're not happy with the person that they turned out to be. So they need to create this false sense of self. And they do that by associating themselves with people who have the traits and qualities, status, position that they crave. So when they pick their victims, contrary to common belief, they don't go for the weak-willed, the easily fooled ones. They go for people that are strong, independent, charming, charismatic, that have done a lot of things in the world. They're empathic, that have beautiful traits and qualities that they want to not only associate with, but rob you of. So what they do is that they take on your qualities and traits, as in they will take credit for things that you have done, achieved. And during a breakup or after a breakup, they will take, as in steal, things that you have done, that you have achieved, that you have planned or constructed, and completely create a sort of persona and identity that you've never seen before in your relationship. But with a new partner, they've taken all your good bits and made it out like it's theirs. For instance, if they never liked sailing or diving, then all of a sudden, with the next partner, if that was your main hobbies and interests, with a new partner, that's them. They are the ones that dive, that snorkel, that sail. And they even taught you, their ex-partner, they wasn't really interested, and they tell that story. If you were the one that put your children to bed every single night and they never helped, they will then turn it around and talk about how they every single night put your children to bed. They might even say that they have done work that you have done. It's like they copy the things that they like the most about you, and they sort of incorporate that into their identity and person. Then they take their negative traits, behaviors, and deeds that they have done and blame you for that. Project that onto you. If they did something fraudulent, if they were hitting the kids, if they were an alcoholic, they turn the story around so that is you that is like that. That's what they do. They suck you dry of your good stuff, take that on, and then dump their shit onto you, and then discard you and leave you like that. When it comes to trophies, that's like, you know how sort of some psychopathic serial killers will take trophies of their victims? It's a bit similar, as in they most likely have taken something from you, something that they know you care about, that is important to you, so that they feel that they have still control of you somehow. They have something that you want but you can't get. It can be a photo from your childhood that you have no copies of, that's very important to you. It can be a gift from your grandparents, your child's first drawing to you with the signature. But it can also be that they have taken a movie of you, a film, photos, when you had sex, when you were naked, that you were not really aware about. And they might hint that they have this. It's hard to avoid that a narcissist or a psychopath will do these things. But what you can do is to be consistent over time. Because sooner or later, the narcissist mask will slip and they will reveal that wreckage of a person, that little traumatized, pitiful, jealous, envious, paranoid, scared little shit that's in there. They sooner or later will reveal that. They will give the new partner the narcissistic stare, either enraged or that sort of blank, shark-like stare. They will start with the gaslighting, with the manipulation, with all sorts of things, with the next one as well, in one way or another. They might keep it down for a period if they sort of need the new partner, that they have this need for status, for money, for wealth, for fame, and they need to keep up a certain profile as to not be kicked out of that. Other than that, they will always abuse their next partner. Initially, no. As with you as well, they show that beautiful, loving, caring, empathic, super interested person before the mask starts to slip. So they will slip eventually. So if you see your ex-partner with the new person and they seem to be so in love, they seem to be so happy, and you notice that the things that the narcissist would never do with you, that had never done even before they met you, now that's their main passion. All those things that were your passions that they stripped you from, that you sort of neglected because you wanted to sort of serve the narcissist or sort of lessen the impact of that abuse. They have now taken on that. They have now started to cook, they've started to grow their own veggies, they've started to travel or take up a new dance or listen to your type of music with a new partner. So it's almost like the good sides in you are now with, that's what was luring in the new person. It's hard to see that. You start to think that, okay, so this person had all those qualities and traits and interests all the time, but just didn't feel that they could show that or live that with me. Maybe something is wrong with me. It's not. That's part of their tactics. That's what they do. And the more you are trying to explain to people that they're not like that, you know, he copied that or she copied that from me, they're going to look at you like you're crazy. They're going to be very suspicious of you. And it's like, oh man, get over it, you know. They're living their best life, you know. They're over you. You should get over them as well. Don't care about them. You work on healing your emotional wounds from this narcissistic, psychopathic, Machiavellian person. And you reclaim your power, your life, and lead a happy, authentic life. And when you show up authentically over time, people will see that and get that. When you show up authentically, consistently, over time, people will see that. People will also see, with time, the real little fragile person behind this fantastic facade that the narcissist has. Come check out our courses, programs, and community for resources, help in healing, in understanding, in thriving, and connecting with like-minded people that understand what you have been through and that have walked the path that you're on now. And they can guide you to health, happiness, strength, and healing. Take care.